everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Today is Monday. It is the 23rd of January already, you guys. 7 days left in the week, and then we will be on to February. Is that not crazy? Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Patricia Settle. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Whoop, whoop. You guys are the first ones to the party. Yay. So we are going to be doing the Let's Just Stamp card class today. It features the Dainty Delight stamp set, and we didn't really use the dies, but I did bring the dies in to show you what the dies look like. It also features the Dainty Delight Designer Series paper. Hi, Faye Godby. So, I don't know. I feel like we did so much stuff. I did an impromptu live with you guys on Saturday morning, going through all the games and prizes and winners. So I don't know if I have a lot of stuff besides we'll do a door prize winner for after class for those who placed an order. My mom and I, we went, hi Susan Bellamy, my mom and I went to get our pedicures. I think we go like maybe 3 times a year, 2 times. So I wanted to get our feet ready for our trip to Florida. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. Hi, Debbie Schultz from Florida. Hi, Sharon Henson. Hi, Pat Detlefson. So the toes really needed it. So needless to say, I don't know. I feel like they take less and less time to do a pedicure. It used to be like 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and now we counted it. It was 24 minutes. Hi, Marcia Long. Hi, Barbara Godby. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Yes, Susan Bellamy says, don't forget to give the thumbs up. So I'm going to actually do that right now. And so I'm going to show you guys where to do that as well. When you click on,
the toes really needed
wow, let's turn that volume off. When you're in the area here where it has the title, all you have to do is hit the thumbs up right there. And then you can click back on live chat, and then we're back in here. Hi, Melody Miller. Hi, Doris Munson. Hi, Susan Hendricks and Ramona Prometheus. Hi, Carmen Sanders and Judy Immel. So yes, the toesies surely needed some love, and so now we're ready. I was talking with Penny Powell yesterday. We had a team swap party yesterday, and so Penny Powell's just maybe 40 minutes north of Tampa, and she told me the weather forecast. You guys, we're gonna get cold. Not cold, right? Anything's better than Wisconsin, right? Anything is warmer down south, right? So it's supposed to be in the mid-60s. Hi, Jean Maxwell from Phoenix. So yeah, so Friday and Thursday, a little bit colder, pick up a little bit on Saturday, Sunday maybe by 70 or up to 77. And then by the time we leave on Monday, it'll be back to warm. And that happened to us last year. I just remember sitting on the beach in a sweatshirt and with my hood over me and just like shivering like you couldn't imagine. So yay. Hi, Mary Carls. Long time no see. I ran into Mary at the grocery store this morning. So, all right. Let's see here. Hi, Jeannie Parker. Hi, Laura Sullivan. Hi, Linda Kester. I do have a couple of swap cards I want to share with you guys. So I thought, why not share them now? Because then they're already shown. We had a smaller group that did the team swap this time because people had just come out of the Winter Creative Escape and they did swap. So we really only had 7 people for the mini catalog, and we had 4 people that did the sale-a-bration group. So hi, Dawn Ablett. Thank you so much for all the awesome gifts. Lots of purple hearts to you. So I'm going to share some swap cards with you guys first before we get the class going, in case we have some people that are late to the party. And I have a card from Mary Carls I'm going to share with you, and then we'll go into making the cards. The cards are awesome. You guys get lots of compliments on these cards. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Hi, Ann Bellinger. Yeah, so 60s does sound good, right? It does. And if I can mentally prepare myself and pack warm clothes and not sandals and no shorts and no swimming suit, I'll be fine. So I'm not going to waste my space on that. Hi, Hilda. So this came in the mail today from Mary Carls. She sent me a thank you card. I love those little trinkets. I love them so much. They were part of the In the Tropics suite when they had it, and so very pretty. It reminds me of I'm going to be going to Florida. I'm going to be seeing some palm trees. I love it, Mary. So that's from Mary Carls. And then just to remind you guys, I showed these off a little bit on Saturday, but I don't believe they had embellishments on them yet. But this is the new class, the suite class that's coming up in a couple weeks, you guys. It's actually, when I looked at the calendar, you guys, this is going to happen fast for me. So I need to get on the horn with this. I already sent out the die cutting. Anna's working on the die cutting. But you guys, we're here on the 23rd, and I come back on the 31st. And then Mom and I are planning to kit this class up on February 2nd because the class is February 9th. Okay, so yeah, I'm like, oh man, that's gonna sneak up on us really fast. And I thought I'd share the cards one more time. I'm gonna be doing a showcase on Wednesday, but I thought I'd share them again now before this class starts. And Diane and I don't have Let's Just Stamp done for the next month for February, but we're doing it tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have them for the showcase on Wednesday. All right, so I got some gold gems on there. I got these. Hi, Patricia Thomas. Phoenix is 47 degrees. Oh man, well 60 is better than 42. No, I don't wear sandals in 60-degree weather because if you guys don't know me by now, you're gonna find out really fast. If Tyler talks about it whenever he's here, I'm a popsicle. So I'm always cold. I lived in Miami for 5 years in my like 25 to 30 year range. And I came back, and for the last 12 years of my life, I'm freezing all the time. It can be 80 degrees outside, and I have a light cover up on. My blood thin, I don't know what's happening, but I'm cold all the time, Mary. So I will not wear sandals in 60-degree weather because my toes would be freezing. My toes are currently cold right now in my shoes. And so they're like little popsicles in my, like I have little baby toe popsicles right now. So, oh yeah, you would think I am not hot. I'm always cold. So this one, I've got a couple of the gems on finally for this one. So this is, you guys, the Fancy Flora Suite class that is coming up, like we just mentioned, February 9th. So in about 2.5 weeks. So there's that one. And this one, you guys, we did another little book card. We definitely love our book cards, and that's on the inside. So just wanted to throw that out there, that's coming up like in the very near future for kitting up. And we're trying to get a good game plan on how many to cut. So, oh wait, so we're gonna share some swap cards with you. We're in Miami. No, Hildy, I worked for a company called Mercury Marine. They make engines for the backs of boats. Their headquarters are in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. So I started there right out of college, and I worked for them for 10 years. And of the 10 years, 5 of those years, I worked for the Latin America office down in Miramar. So I lived in Miramar, Doral, downtown Miami. I moved 4 times in those 5 years, and I was so sick of apartment changing all the time. So, but yes, I was there from like age 25 to 30. So it was good. Thanks, Judy Immel. You like the cards. Yay. Okay. So we're just going to share some swap cards with you guys really quick. So this was the sale-a-bration. Oh, I lost a gem already. Oh my goodness. That can't be possible. It sure is. It fell off. I knew it. It was supposed to be, nope, it was over here. Right there. I had that little guy. All right, we got to press those gems down harder. Okay. All right, so this one was Miss Anna Rebedu. She had the adorable owls, and she used Something Fancy and the Happy Labels, the Yay Yay Yay, seasonal label dies, and designer tags. This guy is from the designer tags. And it's a fun fold, you guys. So the Dainty Designs Designer Series paper with black, basic white and Calypso coral. But look, it opens up like that. Isn't that cool? So it uses the 12 inches of DSP going this way, and it's scored at 4, 6, and 8. And I mean, you could make it open this way, but she had it going horizontal, which is super cool. So very cool and fun. I love it. I still wear sandals. When I had surgery, I needed blood, and Gary said the gave me turtle blood. Right? Oh, that's probably it. And then these are the little pastel rhinestone or iridescent pastel gems. All right, so that's an adorable card from Anna. I was reading here, stamping blends to color. I was looking at down here trying to read at the same time I was talking. Stella, combo twine pack, and pastel gems. So good job, Anna. Yay. All right, this one is from Miss Mary Lemke. She also chose the adorable owls. The sprig of grass here is from the Lighting the Way, and she cut out a layering circle. The hexagon die is from Something Fancy, as are these little dies. She used the little gold sequins, some pastel sequins. This is a cool layout, you guys. This is what we're going to be doing in class on Wednesday night, is a layout like this using the strips of designer paper on the side here. So very pretty. She did a great job coloring the owls with her blends as well. Yay, good job, Mary. All right, Jean Turwilliger, that sounds good. This one is from Miss Deb Norman. She chose the Dainty Delight. You guys, when I do a team swap party, we use the little recipe cards, which is awesome because then I can talk about everything. So she used Beautifully Happy for the sentiments, and she has it on the inside as well. Hi, Randy Schultz. She's got it on the inside as well. A little strip of designer paper. Beautiful Shapes Dyes is where she got that from. And colors are Starry Sky, Rich Raspberry, Dainty Flowers, DSP. You guys see what she did here? She used the deckled rectangles to cut out that piece of the DSP. So this background here is the designer series paper. She got some red rhinestones and she colored them with, which color? Light Blackberry Bliss. And what else? Oh, the twine here. It's the in color twine and then the in color ribbon. And she mixed them together and added a brass butterfly. So very pretty. Very pretty. Starry Night with Rich Raspberry is a great color combination. Good job, Deb. So you guys are gonna laugh. I'll go get my card because I did a card too, but I'll tell you what I did. Hang on. Oh, you guys are gonna laugh because I'm a just-in-timer and I was finishing my swap cards and I made extra of them. So my swap cards went out, but I made extra to have on hand for some birthday cards. And so I didn't get them all done. And so this is mine in a nutshell. So I took, and actually Diane Bogenhagen helped me, that cane weave embossing folder and just added a little bit of white ink over the top just to make the embossing stand out a little bit. And then I did the favored flowers. And I used a piece of, thanks for sharing, Randy. Hi, Mary Schreiber. I used a piece of the designer paper in 4x6 and scored it at 3. Used the flowers on the outside. And then this will get matted. So I've already made mine, right? So I just had extra. But I basically gave away everything that I have made. So then this goes on here. And then I need to color my flower. It's going to be Fresh Freesia and Evening Evergreen. And then you guys, if you remember the Kellogg launch party, like I added ribbon like this behind here and then add a couple leaves and then I'm gonna make it into a birthday card and then the birthday goes right on the top here. So in a nutshell, that was my card. So it was like a little mini card on a card. All right, so I have 3 left. So out of 12, I gave them my swap cards away already. I sent out birthday cards with it and I've got 3 left to assemble. So hi, Linda Kester, thanks for sharing. All right. Oh, yes. Bonnie arrived a few minutes early yesterday, and I put her right to work Stella-ing my cards so that they were done and putting them in envelopes. All right, this one, now we switched over to the mini catalog, and Anna did the sea turtle stamp set. Hi, Sharon Leanne. Thanks for sharing. And it's On the Ocean dies. So the little waves back here, those are from On the Ocean. And she used the painted texture embossing folder. It's hard to see the embossing folder because it's on the vellum. Super cool. She used the layering diorama dies, some of that 3-combo twine pack. The ink colors are Night of Navy, Soft Succulent, Mint Macaron, Pool Party, Crumb Cake, and Balmy Blue. And so she colored them on this vellum piece here. Super cool. Lots of detail. Clear embossing powder. And I don't know if you can see that the turtle is shiny. There, you can get a glimpse. She used, so this is a reversible stamp. So she stamped it in a lighter color, then flipped it over and did the detail in a darker color. And then she did clear embossing powder over the entire turtle. And there's clear embossing powder over the whole background. It's so shimmery, glistening looking. Hi, Catherine Healy. What else? She used the Pool Party sheer ribbon. Nope, I don't see that. Pastel gems. Oh, yeah, there is. It's the Pool Party sheer ribbon. It's so sheer, I didn't even see it. It's back here, though, because I was looking for the gross grain one. All right, and look, she's got a little turtle on the inside. Yeah, so the turtle, it measures, Jean, in case you're wondering, the turtle measures about 3.5 inches that way, and it's about 3 inches that way. So it's like 3 by 3.5. The little die here comes from, that circle. I want to say it's from the picture. This dies with a picture frame, but maybe not. So it's just it's about a circle. That is about 1.5 inches. All right, so cool. Good job to Anna. All right, then we have Miss Deb Norman with this one. So Deb was in both groups. Yes, Lynn, I agree. The turtle card is awesome. So Deb did a fun fold using the Country Bouquet suite of products, and it opens like that. And then it's got the Happy Valentine's Day on the inside using Sweet Sorbet, Balmy Blue, Petal Pink, Mint Macaron. She die cut, or not, sorry, she punched out the DSP with the flowers It's like the flower that's a heart. And then she stamped the leaves on here with love. The little tag is from Something Fancy, the iridescent pastel gems. And then she used the bike paper from that one. So very pretty card, Deb. I think we got that all. All right, so that goes here. I'm gonna put Deb with that. Put the plastic there. This one is Miss Carissa Alberts, and she chose the Desert Details stamp set, sweet kind of products, using the dry brush paper in the back. She has the Pool Party Gross Grain. Now this is what I thought Anna's card had on it, was this Pool Party, but Anna had the sheer. Carissa has the solid one. She's got a little vellum, so this is like flames to me, but it's like like a plant actually. And so it's coming out both sides here. The gold pastel gem sequins and soft suede with the frame comes in the detail set, the Desert Details. No, so what's super cool is what Carissa did. She embossed gold over the top of the soft succulent that she used to stamp. And so it gives the succulent some two-tone texture. Hi, Becky Rohr. And then got a little succulent on the inside. Soft suede, soft succulent are the colors primarily on this one. So very pretty. Love it, Carissa. All right, this one is Miss Deirdre Kroll from Deerfield. And she used the Friendly Gnomes, I think, Friendly Gnomes stamp set. She left it up to us if we wanted to color in our images. Deirdre had an unhappy accident on Christmas morning. She tripped, or she fell down the stairs, I think, and she hurt her wrist. And so she has a arm thing on, like a wrist helper. And so she had to take, she couldn't do all the coloring. She had the idea in her head, but she's like, well, if everybody wants to color, they can color their own. She used the Dainty Designs Designer Series paper with some fresh freesia mixed in. So Coastal Cabana is her background color. And if anybody wants to watch Deirdre, she does lives. She's called the Stamping Muse, inspiring pleasure, comfort, and creativity in your life. And the blog is thestampingmuse.com. So she's on my team, and so she's working to grow her business as well and does card classes. Or she does a present card making live with you if you want to watch. So this one is from Miss Bonnie Lesperance from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. She had the Ready to Ride for her, what she picked to work on. She embossed the flames in white embossing powder. The black is embossed up here for the sentiment, and she put the whole bike together, all the little bits and parts. So we were all really happy that there weren't as many in these groups. There was only 4 for the sale-a-bration, and there was only 7 for the mini. And so Bonnie was really happy that there was only some. She had to make very limited. So she's awesome because the tires are popped up, you guys, and she's got the metal plate in the background here. And now this is a fun fold as well. So when you open this one up, it's going to open this way. And so very cool. She's got Ride On, It's Your Birthday. I'm going to party like it's your birthday, and we don't care because it's your birthday. Miss Penny Powell from Florida's first swap ever. And she knocked it out of the ballpark. She chose Rain or Shine Sweet, the Rain or Shine Sweet, or Playing in the Rain. So she saw a card that she wanted to case, and she cased it from the catalog with these 3 panels. And she used the Designer Series paper from the pack and had those little guys die cut out. So some people got pink coats, some got orange green coats, and some got blue coats. And then she got the little fence die cut out. She's got the background here is embossed with that Raindrops embossing folder. She cut all these little bows for the kite here, and she colored them. So they started white, and then she colored them all. She cut some clouds out and sponged the edges. Flirty Flamingo mixed with, look at this. Flirty Flamingo, basic gray, pumpkin pie, basic black, white, and I feel like this is Flirty Flamingo and Old Olive. And look at, there's a little turtle. He's adorbsy, just hanging out in the middle here like, hey, I'm going to give you a flower. Rainy days are better with you. And so super awesome, Penny Powell. You did a great job. Love it, love it, love it. All right. This is actually, you guys, I didn't catch this. This is Bonnie's recipe card. So when I read off the colors, I'm like, well, that's really weird. I don't see Flirty Flamingo or Old Olive or Balmy Blue on there. And so, hello, this goes with Bonnie's card. And then Penny's, I was reading off to you things as I was talking. She has also the stitched rectangle dies on here as well. So good job, Penny Powell from Spring Hill, Florida. All right, my card, I had 2 options for my card. Basically the same card, but some I used designer paper that had better looking with petal pink, and some looked better with balmy blue. And I kind of cased the card that I did for the Winter Creative Escape with the frame. And then what I did is I made mine a little bit of a fun fold that opens up like that. And then we got the flower on the inside. So embossed with the cane weave embossing folder. Again, I love this embossing folder, you guys. Add some vellum underneath, some milky dots on here, the Night of Navy ribbon. And so I have the petal pink, and then that one I did with balmy blue. So I did 4 of each. So yay. All right. So I just wanted to share those awesome swap cards with you guys so that you could get even more inspiration on a Monday morning. Monday afternoon, actually. Ha, ha, ha. The morning has flown by, you guys. It honestly has. All right. So hope you guys like those. Hi, Melanie Foy. Yeah, Sharon, I agree. The swap cards were outstanding. So the general consensus coming out of the Winter Creative Escape that the team swap party was a little bit too close to the Winter Creative Escape, and so more people would have participated had it been pushed out a week or two, and I didn't know that until yesterday. So we're going to keep that in mind for the next swaps for the team, that will push them out maybe like 5 weeks after the start of the launch of a new catalog so that it gives people more time. Oh, I also have more Happy Mail here. Let me just see here. I've got this little chicken card came in, and it says, "Hey Chick," and this is from Miss Randy Schultz. Have a happy day. So look at this cute little chicken here with his little bouncy eyes. So Randy, you're watching. I got your card. Yay. I love how she has here the hive, like the embossing on the side here on that panel. Super cool. And then you can see it on the inside there as well. And then I did get a thank you card also from Cheryl Thomas. And so I wanted to share that I got my thank you card from Cheryl. Yay. Okay. So now I think I'm officially done sharing with you guys what I have for Happy Mail. And we're going to get rocking and rolling right into these cards. 2 of these are fun folds, you guys. So this is the Let's Just stamp that we're going to be doing today. I believe that there is 1 set left. Hi, Judy Bobo. Unable to do the cards right now due to a house full of kids. Yes, concentrate on the cards when you have more time to concentrate on them. I definitely agree. Hi, Donna Simmer. It's still morning for you. Yay. That's God. See, I wasn't too far off then when I said good morning, or that it was in the morning. So this is a fun fold. It opens this way. You guys, you might recognize this fold. I just went ham over this fold. We did this fold for the mystery night in December with the He's the Man. Oh, I just love it. So fun. You get to see the designer paper on both sides. And you get to see the whole sheet here. It's not glued over the top of it. So that one's fun. I think we're saving that one for last. And then this one is a fun fold too. It's one of those toggly cards. So it goes like this, and then that toggles on the top here. And it's so cool. I love it. So I believe that when the last time I had a live on Thursday night, Diane popped in and said she had 2 left. So Diane does this class for the in-person version. I do it for the online. And I think I had 56 that I did for the online version. And I believe that Susan Bellamy and Gwen Petrashek both wanted Diane's sets. Well, when I went to Susan, she had already signed up for the class, so she gave up the extra set. So you guys, if anybody is watching today, Diane has a set of cards left for this class, just 1. So I will probably say, if somebody tells it to me in the comments here that they would like me to hold it for them, we can definitely do that. And I don't have 2 at the moment. Now, if Gwen comes back to me and says Gwen was also signed up previously, but I don't know if she wants a second set or not. So it's very possible I have 2, but I could start a waiting list in case Gwen doesn't want it, then I'd have 2. So anyways, we're going to do roll call, you guys. There is quite the list of names. Probably one of my biggest Let's Just stamps ever. And I think it's because you guys are loving the Dainty Delight designer paper and the Dainty Delight bundle. Wow. Okay. So we're going to start our names here with Mary Lemke. She signed up for this class first, way back in December. Julie Bierschbach is second. And then we had Donna Grushke, Doris Munson, Jean Terwilliger, Mary Carls, Judy Bobo, Michelle Cinto, Barbara Godby, Karen Wetstein, Sherry Everett, Annette Rollin, Karen Stagg, Beverly Smith, Angela Knutson, Deb Ryan, Laura Sullivan, Patricia Settle, Melody Miller, Carla Lake, Amy Huntz, Tammy Steckling, Patty Wilger, Vera Anderson, Shirley Malarkey, Christina Bernards, Gwen Petrashek, Lori Baxter, Carolyn Ketchmark, Marcia Dean, Feline Mays, Sherry Martin, Jody Storman, Sharon Henson, Leslie McMinn, Suzanne Neild, Sandy Wicklander, Betty Pyle, Kathy Dolly Nagari, Becky Rohr, Susan Bellamy, Vicki Rodriguez, Linda Grady, Lynette Mooney, Faye Godby, Terry Costin, Carmen Sanders, Cindy Ettringer, Shauna Burns, Cheryl Thomas, Lynn Beasley, Pat Thomas, Mary Hartman, Cindy Runtree, Jamie Collins, and Jenny Knutson. Whew, you guys, that's 56 people. Now, again, I have one set that is open, and that would be a set that Diane has here. I have it here right now. I'll get it out in the mail whenever. And then potentially if Gwen comes to me and says, I'm good with one set, then I'd have another set. So just message me privately or put it out here, because if I see, hi, Marilyn Edens, the cost is to have it mailed is $21. So the class itself is $15 if you're doing porch pickup, but the mail, you guys, mailings have gone up. So I hate to say that. So the mail is $6 to have it sent to you. So it'll be $21 if anybody is interested in the one kit and potentially a second one. The cards are beautiful, and it's just, there's 2 fun folds. I'm so excited for that. So lots of you gals are here, yay! And so I'm so happy you guys could join me on a Monday afternoon at 1:30. So, all right, which one? We're gonna do the pink one first, I think. Let's do pinky first. All right, and so when you guys get a card kit from me, it'll come in an envelope, so you always get the envelopes from me. And embellishments for this class, you guys, you'll have 11 embellishments in one kit. And I'll be honest, if somebody's, Air Marilyn would take it. Perfect. For mail out. Awesome, Marilyn. So we can connect on how you want to, if you want to send money electronically, or if you want to send a check. So I'm just going to make a note here that you would take this last one, LJS. You guys, I abbreviate a lot of things, and this class is Let's Just Stamp, so I call it LJS. And so, all right, so we can connect afterwards, Marilyn. Perfect. And then if anybody else is wanting to get on the waiting list, once I hear back from Gwen, I'll know if I have one available or not. So we're going to need the iridescent pearls. You guys, if somebody has their kits available or handy, you could tell me which, I can't remember. I know I put 11 iridescent pearls in one card kit versus putting them spread out, because the iridescent pearls got used on every card. So then what do we have in here? Oh man, I feel like I need more white trim. You guys actually have 21 inches of this white crinkle ribbon, not just 2 little guys here. I'm gonna have to go in my drawer and get some. You got 21 inches of this white crinkle ribbon, plus you have 5 inches of the linen thread. So that's in your kit. You'll have this little strip for your sentiment, and if it's a little long, you can always trim the edges, no problem there. And then this is the white piece where we're gonna stamp the flowers, and it goes on Sahara sand. And then you have 2 pieces here that are the same size. They are your mats for the Sahara sand. So one is for the outside and one is for the inside. So with this, Patricia Thomas, what does the green mean? There is in my green. Oh, they're in the green. Ha ha. Okay. So the answer came through, and I just put it together what you guys are saying in the green. So this card kit is where you're going to find all of your gems. Not that you put 11 gems all on this card. You got to save some for the other 2 cards, you guys. All right, good. I put it together. All right, so with Let's Just Stamp, you guys, I do this class with Diane, and we always double mat the inside. So if it just adds to it, and plus this is a thick white. When we use a white card base, we always use the thick white. So you'll notice that's a little thicker. And if you want to save this and not double mat them, you can save them. I have my bone folder back in its home spot here now. Yay. But we like adding the double mat because it ties the inside to the outside. All right, so there's nothing that gets stamped on those pieces or these, but we are going to grab these pieces here. Now, the size of this label that I have here is actually about 3 inches, and I have a little bit longer of a strip. So I think I'm gonna go get my trimmer really quick, my little baby trimmer. So one moment, please. I think I'm just gonna cut it down right away so that it is 3 inches right off the bat. I'm pretty sure that I cut yours at 3, but for some reason my little sample here is a little bit long. And then with this one, the ink colors, I believe we used were crumb cake. Yep, so crumb cake. And you're gonna need some colored pencils, and the stamps, you guys, look like this. Dainty Delight. More flowers, just saying. But these are the dies. So Diane and I don't use dies or the embossing folders on the Let's Just Stamp because they're geared to beginners. This class, we try to do cards that don't use a machine for die cutting or embossing because when you start out, you might not have that. So, and because double mats are perfect. Yes, they are. But look at all these beautiful dies. I love that branchy looking one right here. And then there's this really pretty flower that you could add to it. And then there's some outlines for the focal images, little stems, just really pretty, like just so many pretty dies in here. All right. But again, we didn't use that for class. So we're going to grab the big one here. And then I'm going to grab the thank you for your kindness. And then the inside is stamped a focal image on the bottom corner. So we're going to need to grab a little sheet of paper here and use that behind, and then grab this block here. And yeah, we've gotten quite a few double matters in our community here. All right, so that is going to get stamped, and it's really hard to see white on white, so I'm actually going to move that away just for the moment. I wanted to practice though. Okay, so slightly crooked. I'm going to bring my right side down just a hair, but I noticed that on my scrap here, there's something hanging out over yonder here. Yeah, up there, yay. Oh, my Wisconsinisms come out here. All right. So I had said that the kindness needed to come down a hair. So we're going to bring this down a hair and see if it made it better. Oh, yes. Perfecto changeo. Then we'll let that one hang out for a moment there. And we're going to have to get the E block here for this big stamp. So you guys, when you're using a stamp that is a little bit bigger, like the block, sometimes it's easier to leave the block down and take the ink pad and kind of upside down ink it versus then you have more control of how much pressure you're putting on the stamp. And then here, we're going to stamp that. And this time I'm going to leave the white piece underneath just because I don't want the ink to go onto my countertop here. So that's going to go here. Let that have a second to hit the paper and marinate. And then the inside piece here just needs a little. So I'm not inking up this bottom part. I only want a little on the top. And we're going to put that right in the bottom corner here. Make it look like we've got some flowers coming off the bottom of the page. Okay, I think that's it for the crumb cake. Hi, Linda Hall. All right, you guys need some colored pencils or whatever coloring medium you want to use. We used Melon Mambo number 5 on this one. And you can lightly, you don't want to color too hard because the pinks are going to be very different. But if you use it very lightly, you can add just a little hint of pink to these flowers. We only chose to use pink and not the green on the leaves because we were trying to go for a more monochromatic look. So, right, a few colors. So we've got the white, the tan, and the pink. And that one might not even make sense to color because the slip might be going over it. And let's just look here. Why color something that's going to get covered up, right? All right, so now let's move over to these little guys. But a really light touch. And you guys, I'm not even going to use a blender pen to smooth this out because I don't really want it to look like it's meant to add, I don't know. I just want it softly on top here. Kind of wispy colory strokes on this. Okay, I didn't do these little guys here. And just to make sure that we're safe, we're going to do that one right there. And from down there, you guys couldn't even see it. But up close here, you can see, just add a little bit of pink. Again, it's your card. If you want to see green on it, you most certainly can. All right, but I am going to do a flipper of this one, a flipper of that one, and we're going to flip this, and we're going to get glue happy, you guys. Now, if you wanted to, you could always use that. If you prefer to use this side of the paper, you could definitely do that. And, oh my goodness, I put a brand new glue bottle in here. Huh. I have one that's already open. Hang on, I'm gonna go grab it. I currently have about 5 glue bottles that are already open, and I'm like, I don't think I need to open one more at the moment. So I made the executive decision, go grab the open glue bottle. All right, now this one goes on here. Because I'm using the liquid glue, I've got the wiggle wiggle with it time here. And those that are newer to me and have just started watching me recently, when I do Let's Just Stamp, like the very first Let's Just Stamp, you guys, in July, it'll be 2 years that we've done, so about 1.5 years we've been doing these Let's Just Stamps. The very first Facebook Live of Let's Just Stamp, the class took about 2.5 hours because I went really in depth about card making and what do you need and how do you get started and what, especially for beginners. And I always share that link in the current video. So like if you look in the description of this video, you can find the link to that one doing the blossoms of something was the name of the stamp set. So you can definitely find that. I'm gonna glue this in right away as well. That goes on our inside. This would be a great thing, you guys, if you did have something. Okay, so let's say this mat right here would have been a stitched rectangle. Now this would have been smart. Use a stitched rectangle. We could have cut it right out of this mat, and then you weren't using more paper for that. But didn't think about that because technically we're not doing any die cutting on these cards. So, but if you're at home and you want to make more of this and you want to use a stitched rectangle, you could definitely alter the size of this white piece a little bit. Okay, this white ribbon is very see-through. Melanie Foy would use the new glue. Yeah, I will. I'll get to the new glue. I promise I will. Just not today. This is up, in case you guys are wondering, it's about 2 inches. So I'm going to put the tear and tape at about 2 inches high, and the white crinkle ribbon is so see-through. So if you use it by itself, it's just so flimsy. And what we did is, you guys have 21 inches, about 21 or 23 inches of this ribbon, and you're gonna wanna cut it so that you have just a little bit goes over here, and then a little bit goes over there, and the other one kind of doubles up on top of here. By doing that, it just is a little more pronounced. You might need more tear and tape if you don't have it in the right spot. I'm gonna put another one right there. And then now you should have this ribbon left. You should have maybe about that much ribbon left, because this would have used maybe 5-10 inches. So you should have about 10 inches left. Okay, then let's put a little more tear and tape right here. I can tell you guys, I am so happy that I pushed this class to be today versus last week, Monday. I would not have been able to do this class last week, Monday. Oh, so I got smarter after last year when we did the escape in January, because I had to push it at the last minute, knowing how backed up we got. This one, I knew ahead, so I got smarter. So look at that. That's what we've got. Got some ribbon down and the mat. Now this one is going to get popped up with dimensionals, and I have some right here. So we're going to use a couple of them. I should say a few. I should say more than a few. We're going to use 6 to be exact on the back of this one. And that's going to go right onto the card front. Nice layout, you guys. It really lets, when you have designer series paper, it really, you can see all of it. It's just so pretty to, have a full mat of the designer paper. And we did that intentionally with this class because it's sale-a-bration. So we get this paper for free with our orders. So we have no problems using a quarter sheet of designer series paper. Then this little label is going to hang out over here, and it is also popped up. So which side? That was the crooked side. So we're going to put 3 of them on here as well. And then that goes kind of in line with the ribbon. You want to see a little bit of it sneaking out the top of it. And again, if you want to put yours flat, you definitely can. And you guys will need, so I didn't cut enough ribbon for me apparently, but you have about 10 inches left. I'm going to guess something like that. And then what you want to do is cut that in half again, right down the middle. And you're going to fold these in half. And if you don't have a buddy at home to help you, because the buddy system works out great for this, you can use your reverse tweezers. So I've folded it in half. I'm going to grab my reverse tweezers, hold that right there, so it's an extra set of hands. And then we're going to tie, oh, linen thread. Haha. Let's see. I got to go get linen thread. Oh, man. Gosh, you guys. I didn't have anything in this kit, it feels like. But never fear, I have linen thread here. And I got a hot mess of something going on. But let's see if we can get 5 inches off of here. Oh, yeah. I had a big rabbit's nest of linen thread, and my mom put it on this roll, and she taped it down even. All right, so there's about 5 inches of linen thread. Hi, France Eldridge. And now what you're gonna do is take that. If you're capable of wrapping it around twice, you could definitely do that. And I'm gonna try. So there's one, and then I came back around. And if you have, oh, you know what? You know what? This is another idea for you. Hang on, let me go get a clipboard. I saw somebody do something like this at the Winter Creative Escape, and it actually worked really good. I have these clips on my placemats, and so you could use a clipboard like this, which actually would be easier than maybe holding that, because now you have a solid, something solid holding it. And, okay, see, I'm trying to give you guys ideas. And unless your husband's home, or your kids are home, or your significant other's home, you could have them hold it. And that is always my first option, is to have somebody hold it. I'll be honest, that is easiest. Hi, Deanna Stell. All right. Just showing you another way that you can use your ribbon. We're making these little froofy tail things hanging in a little, there, see? That's exactly what we wanted to do. You got the little loops at the top and like the hangy tails on the bottom. Okay, that worked very nicely. The clipboard, I know I thought of it, I'm like, whew, that's a good idea. All right, now the mini glue dots are needed, and figure out where you want to put your little guy hanging on the side there, and it just adds to the dainty frilliness of this card. So put that little glue dot down, and then stick your little, it reminds me of Casper the Ghost. I don't know why I think that, but like a bed sheet's hanging here. And then I'm gonna actually do one more at the underneath here, right there, catching my pink paper and the back end of those guys. Use your ribbon scissors and you can cut the little linen thread tails off. And if you need to trim your tailsies, you can do that too. Just make sure you have a good scissors, because this ribbon is so dainty. You don't want to catch it weird. Different lengths is what I'm doing. And there's one more back there. Let's get him done. Perfect. That was pretty successful, I might add. Okay. Hi, Anita Myers. Thanks so much. All right. Now, to the embellishments. You guys have 11 embellishments hanging out in the green card kit. 5 of them do go on this one. So you could use a large one on here. I don't have any left that are large on my sheet here. So I'm going to use a small one here, a small one in the center of those 2 flowers, and then another guy over here. And then I'm going to use 2 over on this side right there. And there. This card looked really good with 5 flowers, I might add, or 5 embellishments. If you had a large one, what I did on this card is I put a large one right over there. Okay. Stella, Ella, Ella. Let's see what we can Stella. I would not want to Stella where the stamping is, because it'll make it bleed a little bit. You could definitely go around your frame to bedazzle that up a little bit. like that. And then don't forget the bottom edge. So the camera doesn't ever do it justice. Now, if you wanted to, you could try to very lightly go in the middle of those flowers, but again, it's gonna make them bleed, and that the ink might bleed with the pink, so I'm not gonna even do much more on that. You can sell your ribbon, so you might put a little bit on that. You could do all of your designer series paper in the background. Definitely can do that. And I think we're good. Okay, you guys, that's it for card number 1. In my book, I don't know what was on the PDF tutorial, but card 1 is done. And it definitely smells like rubbing alcohol because that blend just got, or the Stella just got replenished with some rubbing alcohol. Okay, boom. Let's put this one away. So Diane already did this class last Tuesday. And those gals they got the cards made. I think they did it Tuesday night. So that's done for now. Woohoo! We're gonna set this card over here. And I think we're gonna do the green old olive card next, which is our fun fold, one of our fun folds. Let's open this up. See what we all have. Lots of stuff. So again, you guys, gotta be important that when we do this strip in here that it gets popped up. And we have that piece here. That's the pop-up piece. That's what that is. You have 2 of these green pieces. Yes, they kind of blend in. So if you do want to use that instead, you're welcome to. Flip it over. But I'm going to go for the green. And then you've got some Night of Navy ribbon. You've got a little strip here. You got this matte is from the designer paper, and it's just cut down and then putting on green. I'm gonna call it out right now that this piece right here, I believe was 4 7/8. It was 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, so all of the green mats were pretty much the same. Before you put any glue on this, you do wanna hold it up to it and make sure that you see enough green. Because at the current moment, you could trim off a hair over here, you could trim a hair here, or a hair there to make it fit better in the green. So if you're only seeing like that much green and you want to see more, figure out which side you need to cut it. Like I intended for you to have about that much green showing. But these were sometimes hard to cut them because each one had to get cut on each side to get it kind of right. And to the other opposite end, okay, good thing, Laura. So not everybody's 2x2s are missing. And Laura, so I'm going to tell you guys, okay, I'm going to go back to that thought, to the opposite. If you're seeing too much green, you can always trim your green too. So you guys, I originally thought so when I kitted up this class originally back in early January, there was like 25 people signed up. So I made 32 kits, okay? I thought, okay, 7 is good. Well, in the interim, more people kept signing up. So I made 20 more kits, and then more people kept signing up. So this one was an ad hoc kitting class. You guys, we kitted this class up 3 different times. So it got to be kind of like a pain in the butt because you do something and you want to do it once, right? But I underestimated, and instead of telling people no, I'm out of this class, I'm like, well, let's just make 20 more and we'll see what happens. Well, then after those 20 were gone, more people kept signing up, and instead of telling those people no, I made more. So there were 3 batches for this class, right? It was something like 32, something like 16 or 12 or something, and then 8. I know that the last was 8. So Laura, depending on where you're at with when I had to make more cards, you were in the beginning. So I'm wondering if who's missing the 2x2s. Because I don't think everybody's missing 2x2s. And what Laura's talking about on the 2x2s is this. This is your part that you need to make the toggle part for the card. And as long as you have some sort of green paper at home, you really don't see it. It's back here hidden. And even if you used a gray or a tan or anything, it's basically 2x2 scored at 1. And you need 2 of them. So what Laura just wrote there, the 2x2s were missing. So not everybody's going to be missing 2x2s. So if you're missing a 2x2, and Laura, if you have green paper at home and you can make this work, that would be awesome. I know that because Carmen was here last week 2 week or whenever Carmen was here last 2 Mondays. Was that last week Monday? Yeah. Last week Monday, Carmen, I know for sure, she scored and she cut 2x2s for all of the people that did the last 8. So I don't know if you guys are missing them and you can make it work, just make it work. And if you need me to send you 2 of these in the mail, I will gladly put 2 of these in an envelope and mail them out to anybody that needs them. But again, if you have white paper or any dark color paper, any kind of paper, you don't see it on the front. And most people aren't going to take the card and look at it like this to look at it. And if they see a different color back there, so be it, right? I'll make it work if you guys need it. But Laura, I'm so sorry you were missing your 2x2s. Then also in this one, there is, you need a mat for your little white paste. So that's there. And then on the inside, you have a crumb cake mat because we like our double matting. And then there's a white piece to go on it. And this ultimately goes here. Okay. So the scoring on this, you guys, this is a hot dog style. It's scored at 5.5 and 2 3/4. Mine is missing 2, but I will just cut the ones I need. No need to send. Perfect, Laura, Sharon, I appreciate that. Wild wasabi. Oh my gosh, Laura, that is a perfect match. So if you guys have wild wasabi from a few years ago, wild wasabi would be an amazing match. Perfect. Or pear pizzazz would be good. You could, even if you had soft seafoam, that lighter green. If I don't have them, I have the paper to make them. Perfect. Okay. So it's very possible that my first batch, because Sharon, Melody, Laura, you girls are all from the first batch of 32, I think. So it's possible that the first 32 people that got their card kits, that you guys will be missing those 2x2 squares. Mary Lemke can cut them. Perfect. You guys, awesome. If this was like a front focal piece, I'd be like, oh man. But since this is the hidden piece that creates the mechanism for the toggle and it's hidden in the back, I think you guys, mostly everybody's gonna be okay. But knowing this now, you guys, I'll send an email out to everybody just to let them know if they're missing and what they need to do. So good call. So you guys, it's scored at 5.5 and then 2 3/4, and that folds in like this, more to make a triangle. So I'm so happy you guys can work with it. Oh, you know, there are worse things that I could have forgotten in the kit. So, all right, so there's our folding mechanism. The first thing that we do want to do, so we don't forget to do this, is take those 2x2 squares, which are scored at 1, and you want to burnish them with your bone folder, and let's get them glued down. And then we won't forget about doing that. All right, so you're going to need to put liquid glue on the one side and the other side of that one. And what happens is you have a fold here, you have a fold here, and you'll have a fold on the other one. And all you're going to do is bring all of these to the fold. Now, if yours is a little bit longer or shorter, it really doesn't matter. I know when Carmen was cutting, she asked if she could leave the 1/2 inch on the side. I'm like, yup, it's okay, because it really doesn't matter that if one of these ends is longer than the other one, because underneath it's going to get covered up. And then on the top, you really can't tell the difference. But what you're doing here is you're bringing all of these to the center like that. And that creates the effect. Then, this is easy, you guys. Watch this. There's no top or bottom to that. We're going to glue the Designer Series paper. Let's prep these guys. You guys, in a blink of an eye, you're going to have this front thing put on. All right, I'm going to want my green up, so I'm prepping those as well, because as long as I got the glue bottle open, I'm gluing. All right, so hopefully you've already tested your Designer Series paper. And and then this coat, there is direction. The plants go one way. What happens, you're going to pull back this one, and then that one sits right on that panel. And then this other one sits right on the other panel. Make sure you got it facing the right way. Perfect. And then open these back up, and then you're going to get a little glue on these little tabs. And then now figure out how do you want your flowers. I personally like these little brown-eyed Susans on the bottom right-hand side, but if you like it up there, you could do that as well. Oh man, ha ha ha. Apparently I liked it so much I did the original sample that way. So the question's yours, or the answer is up to you. Like, what do you want to do? I do kind of like them on the bottom too. So we'll do this one the opposite way. So you're just going to set this right down here and kind of center it as best you can, top to bottom, left to right. And where those tabs are that you put the glue, that's where that is going to attach. And that created that mechanism for that to swing back and forth. Okay? So again, for those first 32, I'm guessing that you will need to cut. They're 2x2, scored at 1. And then all we have to do is a little bit more stamping for this card. There's a sentiment on here. And then there is little foliage on the inside. Let's find what we need. Here's the stamp set. And I used that guy, which is this one. And then this sentiment right there. So let's get these stamped. And I will practice on my sheet again in Night of Navy for this ink. Oh, that's really crooked. Okay, this one's going to be a hard one to conquer. My stamp is now very straight. So I figure out, how do I need to hold this? So that was, the growth needs to go up. So I'm going to look at it crooked. Too much. Okay, let's bring it down a hair. And then, see, that's too much. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can get that right on here now. You get two sides to make it happen. Let's see. Okay, so that was down a hair. And we're gonna bring it up just a little bit. Good. Okay, I'm gonna be okay with it. That one actually looked better. It's like you're at the eye doctor and they look identical, right? All right, we're gonna go with that one. And then the inside is stamped in Old Olive. So let's pull the Old Olive out and use this block right here. And remember, you need to stamp it on the left-hand side versus the right, because that paper is going to go there. And this is in Old Olive. So it says sending love during the season of growth. So this could very easily be a thinking of you card. It could be a happy birthday card. Could be a get well card even. All right. Now that we have all that done, we can flip this one over and we'll flip this one over. We'll get these two things glued. The other thing too, when we get to the next card, Karen Wetstein helped me look at the file, the PDF, and she found a couple things that need to get updated. So we'll talk about that too. So as long as I'm emailing everybody about the 2x2s, then I'm gonna send an updated file out to everybody. We had an extra line in the next card and we need to add a line in the next card. All right, this now gets popped up with dimensionals, which I saw them right there. So we're gonna run a little track of dimensionals down here. And then that gets popped up on the right-hand side. And it is intended to go from end to end with the crumb cake. It wasn't end to end with the white. We wanted to cover up the whole area here. Like that. And then if it's any too long, you can always take your scissors and trim that little hair off if you need to. Then this will get glued onto your inside. And that popping up is what allows for the front panel to catch and stay open like that. So you saw what my card just did. It didn't want to catch in there. Well, it needs to be forced a little bit more with that edge here, and then also force that a little bit more, and then it should catch more. It like just needs to have the right kind of there, and then it caught it. All right, so you just work with it until it catches it. It needs to have that kind of pinch on the side there. Okay, the outside is with tear-in tape. You're going to put a piece of tear-in tape on the back of the Old Olive for our ribbon to catch. And you're going to, let's see here. This one's just back and forth. So I started at the bottom, kind of like that. Bring it up. You can make this tail maybe it's like a 1/2 inch. It could be a little bit more, a little bit less. You've got a little wiggle room. And then that one comes back, and little tail over there, and then that comes up. And if you don't like it, you can always take it off and redo it. But what you could do is see what it looks like. Okay, if you want to make it a little bit shorter so you see those flowers up there, all you have to do is start a little bit over and make that tail a little bit smaller and make that tail a little bit smaller, and then you're going to end up cutting off a little bit more. And you can always set it back down and see how you like it. And if it's where you like it, that's when you put that tear and tape right over the top. And then I'm going to put the dimensionals right on the edge. And stick that right in the middle. And grab your ribbon scissors. You can trim that little tail on the side there, and then you'll also need to trim this one. That was it for that guy. This is the new Night of Nib. It looks like denim. Yes, Melanie. It's actually called Night of Navy ribbon. I don't remember the technical. There's something else with it, but it's so pretty. It has 2 solid edges on the side, and then it's lighter in the middle, but it's all opaque that you don't see behind it, which is awesome. Okay. Grab your embellishments. You should have 3 of them. I got 1 on the label there. Got 1 in the middle there. Yeah. I guess right there. Oh man, you guys, we got a troll. All you gotta do is hard press on it. Don't like click on it. Hard press on it and hit report and pick one of them, and it should take it out of your feed, and it should stop it from coming into everybody else's once you do that. All right, so there you, oh, and there's one more. It must have been 3 times. Wow. That went fast. Okay. So now you can see that they're out of mine. Okay. Troll. All right, you guys, let's see what we can Stella. On this one, you could definitely Stella any of that designer series paper because it won't bleed. You could do the edge, right? Like we've been doing, those little edges. Puts a little bit of glimmer on there. You could just do this whole little area. And if you want, you could do a little bit on your ribbon. The ribbon is pretty shimmery the way it is, though. Boom! I just got back on, I know we cut the 2 ways in the middle. Yeah, so Carmen, what happened with this class, and you missed me saying this to others, this class got kitted up 3 different occasions because I would never have guessed in my wildest dreams that 56 people would have signed up for this class. So the first 32 is what we're thinking didn't get them. And I think that the second 12, or I can't remember what the second batch is. Math is hard. So we're just going to say out of 56, you helped me do an additional 12, I think. And I had 32 and 12. So we did a batch of 32, a batch of 12, and a batch of 12. And the 12 that you helped me with, yes, I know for sure you helped me do that because I helped you figure out how to score it to do like mass quantity. So I think it's the first batch of 32, and I think that's it. So I glued down my strip of green narrow DSP, so I used pearls on the side. That works too. You guys, it's nobody, whoever you give the card to is not going to know it was different than what the original sample was. So that's why we always say, it's your card, make it however you want to, if it's intentional or not intentional. All right, let's move on to the last card, you guys. What do we got? Oh, we're only into an hour. This is gonna be a nice class here. Nice, easy class. Here's our fun fold. So that goes like this and this. And so the step that we missed in this card in the PDF tutorial, you guys, is we missed sponging or putting ink around this layer here. And then we also had an extra line that we need to take out. And I will send a recap email to everybody with the updated tutorial, which includes the links or the link to the video, and call out that some people might be missing their 2x2 squares. All right, it is awesome DSP. Definitely agree. I think I remembered everybody's sacrificial lamb in this one though. This little piece goes behind the ribbon. So you'll have, I think you guys have 7 inches of ribbon. My mom cut them as one piece, right? So one long piece, and you'll just have to cut it in half. And then you have a little strip of paper. You can cut it down. If you want to put a little longer of a sentiment, you'll be able to cut it down. And then, let's see, this goes with that. And then this is your inside. And then that's the flower piece. You have an arm. I keep calling this and referring to this as the arm. The fresh freesia is 6.5 by 6.5 by 4.25. Scored at 3.25. And then you have your base. And then that base folds back like that. So let's furnish this and then bring this back. Then you have the piece that goes here on the side. Before you glue it down, make sure it fits in there good. If it's too long, like let's say you don't, let's say it's over there more, like in the edges fleshier, you could always trim a little smidge of it off. So that's gonna go here, and then that gets glued here. And, oh, there's a rich razzleberry mat. That isn't in my kit. Let's see if I got a little scrap. I think when Diane and I were working on this class, I was fresh out of rich razzleberry paper. And so, I think we made these cards, we designed these cards way back in the middle of December. And I just gotta cut the back mat here is 5.25 by 4. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys have your back mat. That I wouldn't have missed. All right, then this is what goes back here. We can get a little bit glue happy, you guys. I don't see why not. All right, so let's flip that over. Oh, that's so pretty too. I love that paper a lot. Let's flip that one. Let's do this. And you guys, this might be a lot, but we're gonna glue the back of that too. We're gonna get ready. All right, so 4 things. So here we go. Here's 1, here's 2. We're waiting on that one because part of it overhangs. So I'm gonna show you that. So we're gonna do that one though. So this is your inside. It goes right in here. Okay. Then this piece kind of gets centered here. Top to bottom, left to right. And before I set it solid, I like to shut this and make sure that it still looks pretty straight. Okay. And then this guy goes over here and it's flush on that right edge so that you don't see any fresh freesia, because then it looks like a consistent or a consistent line here that you don't see any fresh freesia. Okay, so it looks like a solid mat, but it's not. Then the reason I didn't glue this is because I didn't want to put glue all over, because part of it does overhang, right? So what you can do to make sure you don't go over the edge, you can put your glue, hang on the wrong side. Hang on, take that off. I'll take my adhesive eraser so that later. All right, let's see here. So we want glue on that side. Oh, that was, I don't remember which side I had glue anymore. So wait, we need glue on this side, here, and then we need glue here. And then I might put just a little bit right there. Now when we put this down, we're not risking going over the edge. Like that. See, then there's no glue. Now I have a little bit of tackiness, so I'll grab my adhesive eraser to work with that. And then, let's glue. You can glue this down. Onto the white mat. So your white mats are very similar in size, so make sure you hold them up to each other before you get glue happy, because the one goes on the inside and the other goes on the outside here. And then the little sacrificial lamb piece goes down next, so you can go ahead and glue that. It's about 1 inch up, so somewhere like that. And then we're gonna grab our tear-in tape. And I'm gonna get 2 of them waiting over here to make our sandwich. And then we're gonna prep 2 of them back here. so that we can catch our tails from our ribbon. So I'm looking at that bottom edge for the bottom edge of the ribbon, and then I'm looking at the top edge for the top edge of the ribbon, and they kind of cross in the middle. And it's so cool because you see rich razzleberry come through that ribbon because it's sheer. And then you're going to take that tear and tape that you had over here and leave it on. Don't pick it off, because on this one now we use dimensionals to pop this up. Just like that. And then I think what we'll do is get ready for some stamping. But we got the core of this card pretty much put together. And then that goes on the top here. Just like that. It's so pretty. I love rich razzleberry and fresh freezer together. Then we need to clean up some stamps because I'm starting to see that we're out of blocks. So we're gonna grab that, and we'll clean that up. And then we can clean this one up. What's on the inside of this? Oh, that little guy. Okay, that's the other one, the other branch foliage thing. And then we'll clean this one up. And this big guy. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Then grab our stamps. We need to get the Celebrate You, and we'll flip that out with this one. And then the other foliage is this guy. So we used almost all the stamps. We could have used that other guy. Instead of stamping that one twice, we could have used the other guy in the inside. But it was easier not to dirty another stamp or use another block. And then the thanks can go back. And we need some rich razzleberry ink, which is my bottom one here. We're going to practice the Celebrate You. Okay. I think it needs to go up just a hair there. Oh, that works for me. Okay. Then the inside is the old olive and our foliage. Oh, I lied. We do use this stamp. Ha, ha, ha. That stamp is the one that goes on the outside. See? We did use them all. So when we do a class like this, we try to use almost all the stamps from the stamp set in all three of the cards. And here we did it. So that's going to go in Old Olive on the smaller white piece here, that guy. And then on the inside, we used that other one, which is this guy. You could use the same one if you wanted. No problem if you do. That one's going to go on the inside. So Celebrate You. If you got a birthday, you could put it on here. There's also a sentiment in here that says the best is yet to come. You could definitely use that as well. All right, so that's it for that. Now, the step that we forgot to write in the tutorial was to sponge the edging of that right there. Okay, so Patricia Thomas said that she didn't have the rich razzleberry strip. So Laura Sullivan, if you're still watching, Sharon Henson, if you're still watching, did you guys have that strip of razzleberry? I'm curious. If you did or if you didn't. All right, so then that's gonna go on here. And let's get that glued, and then we can put that on the inside. We'll come back to these two pieces. If you want to stamp a sentiment on the inside, I would definitely do that before you glue it, but I think I'll leave it. And then this gets flipped over. Patricia Thomas, so you check your envelope one more time. Sometimes things fall out and they stick in the bottom of your envelope. So this is 3x4 right here. So Linda Grady, your inside razzle is 3x4, and you said it doesn't look right. You have more paper, I need to cut a different size. So it is 3x4. So 3x4. So it is correct. Your inside rich razzleberry should be 3x4. So Laura has it, Sharon had it. So Patricia, check your envelope one more time, because I know that I cut them. I was pretty positive that they got cut. So Linda Grady, I don't Lynn didn't have it either. Okay, so if you guys have the rich raspberry or fresh freesia, or if you have a different color, again, if you guys need anything, reach out to me in an email or a text and ask me to send it to you versus like on here, I don't want to forget it because I'm not taking notes as we're going. But Linda Grady, that 3x4, it should be 3x4 on the inside. This guy, what I did, I cut mine down here. The base of the purple one is missing, and the other purple one is the wrong inside. I can cut them myself, but wanted you to, okay. So Barbara Godby, I'm wondering, you're probably in the second batch is what my guess would be. So you guys, like I mentioned, it was a hot mess with this class, with getting this cut. This guy right here is about 2.5. Thanks. I'm glad you can cut them, Barbara. So Lynn too. If you guys have rich raspberry, the size of the rich raspberry is 5/8 by 3. Okay, so if you guys have rich raspberry, it's 5/8 by 3. So that would work great, Lynn. If you do have blackberry bliss would even work. Any kind of like purplicious color would work. And then this guy, I'm going to cut mine down to 2.5. And I might even cut it. It's actually a little bit less. Let's see here. It's going to be 2 3/8, I think. Let's cut this down just a hair. 2 and there. That's a little bit centered more. And you know what? I'm going to center it a little bit more and go like that. Perfect. Okay. So you guys, your white strip, if you need to trim it down, you definitely can. You can trim it as shorter or like wider, keep it wider if you want to. All right, let's go back to this guy then. We're not done with him. You're gonna need some colored pencils. And the colored pencils that we used on this one are Old Olive and then Rich Raspberry. All right, I never got the for the. Oh, Patricia Thomas, I bet you were included on that. Let me just check really quick. Because you guys, I sent the PDF out to everybody on, we're just gonna take a quick look. So it went out Saturday night, you guys. And Patricia Thomas, I'm just going to double check to make sure you were in my list because I'm sure you are. I don't know if you checked your spam box. So Dainty Delight, you guys, let's see here. I sent that on Saturday night. And I just want to make sure that Patricia's in there. All right, right there, I think. And that's Susan. Hang on 1 second, you guys. Okay, so Patricia Thomas. You guys, there was 56. This was a big class. So let's just see. Patricia Thomas, I have you in there at cox.net. So I did send it to you. I'm not sure why some of you guys sometimes don't get the PDFs from me, but you were definitely in my list. You were included in it when it was originally sent Saturday night. So I can resend it to you. If you could send me a quick note outside of the commenting here, that would be awesome. Because when I get done with the lives, I go and check my emails. I'll check my text messages, and then I'll get caught up on stuff that way. But Pat, I can resend it to you, no problem. But I'm happy to see that you were in there. So that answers the question of did I send it to you or not? Yep, I sure did send it to you. But you guys, sometimes your emails bounce back. Like they didn't bounce back to me, but sometimes if the file size is too long, maybe, or too large, you don't get things. But okay, you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just coloring in some of these leaves in Old Olive. And let's get these little guys down here too. Perfect. So, and I think I have the right email address for you, Pat. It's the one I've always been using. So I don't know where it would have gone. It's out in the cyberspace somewhere. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of rich raspberry here on these guys. I know it's taken, for some of you guys, it was really difficult to get some emails, and email providers or whoever your provider is sometimes issues. It was really funny. Somebody just sent me a message and said, I didn't get the attachment in the email. And I'm like, well, you must have, because you emailed me the attachment right back. And then she replied back that she found it. And so if I send an email with an attachment to 56 people, not one person isn't going to get it. Everybody's going to get it. You have to just look in your in your email. Sometimes it's in a paper clip, sometimes it's an attachment, and sometimes it's way at the bottom. So, all right, you guys got a little bit of coloring going on. Check the junk mail. That's where they go. Oh, you guys, we got another spammer. Gosh, they are not leaving us alone today. It has been a while since we've had these guys. All right, let's get that one reported, and we'll report that one as well. We're having such a good class, and they got to come in and try to bait people. All right, one more, you guys. That's all you got to do. If you're on your cell phone, you just hit report, and then you can pick whichever thing is on there. All right, so we're back to business. Sometimes the attachment doesn't always show up initially. Yeah, Jean, I have no idea. Like, and I don't know why that happens. I can't control how it's received on the receiving end. I just know that I attach a PDF file to an email and I hit send. And I cross my fingers and I hope and I pray that you guys get the PDFs. And sometimes you have to go out and come back in and then it shows up. I'm not a technological computer savvy. You might think I am, but I'm really not. I just want things to work. All right, I just stellaed them a little bit to blend it. And the other thing that we need to do on this is to do a little bit of this ink on the edges here. So let me grab a little sponge dauber. We're going to use that. I think I have one right here. So we're going to use a little dauber to add some ink around the edges. Pat Thomas, you've been having issues getting PDFs. I don't know why. I've always had to resend them to you after the fact. So maybe that's something worthwhile looking into, because then you don't get them before the live and you don't know that they're sent. So you guys, you saw what I did. You just put a little bit of edging color around all the edges with some razzleberry ink. So that's it for that one. And now what I did is I popped this up. So going back as a recap, if there's anybody out there that does not have their rich razzleberry strip here, or if they don't have their 2x2s, I'm more than happy to send anything. But if you do have something that you can use at home, I understand and I know that some people didn't get them, and I couldn't tell you who did and who didn't, you know. And as long as you're okay, that's all that matters to me. If you're not okay and you need me to send you something, I am more than happy to send any piece of paper to anybody through the snail mail. So, all right. This now goes right in the center here, top to bottom, left to right, like that. And again, if you're watching this and you didn't get the tutorial, I can resend it out to anybody. No problem. Just ask. So then this one, we're going to pop that up also with dimensionals. So grab a couple more of these guys right there. Put those two on. And if you wanted to, you could also make that flat. It wouldn't have to be popped up. And this will cover up a couple of those leaves. Make something like that. Oh, this card is one of my favorite cards, you guys. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We're going to use some of your iridescent. And Melanie Miller just checked her kits and everything's there. Yay! A win for mankind right there. I love it. Small steps here. All right, we need the pick tool. I'm so happy to hear that, Melody. All right, makes me happy. And then we're gonna put one more up there. So you guys, you should have a big one left. I think everybody got like 2 big ones and the rest small. So you could have spread out the big ones, or maybe you got 3 big ones. I can't remember. I know that everybody got a strip of them. It was just so much easier to cut everybody a strip and put it in one kit than to cut up 3s and 5s and 3s for everybody. Okay, anything else we can Stella? As long as I had the Stella pen out here, you could have definitely went around the edges here and did this little nice. Yeah, rich razzleberry and freezer. So you guys remember, I'm gonna put this out here. In colors. The in colors are gonna be retiring soon. I don't know if you know it, but the Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia, and Pale Papaya. Those 5 colors, they go out with the new annual catalog, which starts in May. But people start stocking up on their things now. So putting it out there to everybody, this is your first warning, that if there's any of those in colors that you want any of the products, there's any of those products that you need to start shopping for them now and get them ordered before you wait till even a month from now. So Mary Carl's, you didn't get it till Sunday. So I emailed that PDF out to everybody 9:30 on Saturday night. I got back from dinner with a couple of my girlfriends and I'm like, I need to get this out. So you guys, it was emailed around 9:30 on Saturday night. And so depending on when you opened up your email or got it or when it came through from your email provider, that would vary on your end. But you guys, the in colors are important. I know Evening Evergreen is a fan favorite as well as Soft Succulent. They are both my favorites, and I would love for those two colors to carry over into the new annual catalog, but I can only wish and hope for that. I've grown, Fresh Freesia is good. I don't use it a lot, but it is really pretty with Rich Razzleberry. Pale Papaya, I could take or leave, and then Polished Pink is so close to Melon Mambo. But I'll tell you, the Evening Evergreen and the Soft Succulent, boy, oh boy, are those pretty colors. So make sure that you're getting your in color stuff figured out right now versus waiting. All right, back to this guy, you guys. I think we were done with it. So, and we didn't cut out yet. Yay, I'm so happy. You guys, on Thursday night, the YouTube that we did cut out a little bit early, so I couldn't do all those games and prizes until Saturday. So that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do games and prizes. Games and prizes. We're going to do the door prizes. So let me grab my book. And I need to get a pencil. Let me find a pencil because I like to use the pencil for this. And then just a reminder, you guys, so there's a class that's coming up tomorrow, and Melody Miller loves Evening Evergreen. Yes, yeah. You guys, I'm going to send a separate email somehow about the in colors retiring just to make you guys aware of it again. And I'm going to keep throwing it out there about the in colors because people don't wait. People start stocking up now. It's January, the end of January, almost February. The catalog used to go later, and now that it's done May 3rd, they're going to start to go faster and faster. So tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, you guys, at 1:30, Rose Coleman is doing the Technique Club class, and she's featuring the rock and roll technique, where you ink up a stamp and then you rock the edges with another ink. And this is the collaboration where she and I are designing these card classes, and I will kit up the technique here in the States for people that want it, and she is going to do the sweet class for people in Canada. So don't forget to watch hers if you are interested in learning some different techniques. Next month is going to be the, I have it right here. I'm like, what is it? I had it in my head, and then it escaped it. I didn't want to say the wrong one. Next month is Beautifully Happy is what we're featuring, and she's going to show everybody the braided paper technique. And then for March, it's Sweet Citrus with the Aqua Wash technique. And then in April, she's going to be using Sentimental Park and using the masks, the new masks in the catalog. So again, I had 12 people that I kitted up those cards for, and she will be doing roll call just like I do, and she's going to call out to those 12 people for sure. And then I do the same for her on my sweet class on Wednesday night. So yay. Okay, so if you place an order with me to get this class for free, you're going to get assigned a number, and we're going to do a little door prize drawing. So Mary Lemke, you are in fact number 1, and then Jean Terwilliger, you're number 2, and Judy Bobo, you're 3, Michelle Cinto, you are 4, Karen Stagg, you're 5, Beverly Smith is 6, and Melody Miller, you're number 7, Amy Ponce, you're number 8, Tammy Steckling, you're 9. Patty Wilger, you are definitely number 10. And we got to flip the page here. So Carolyn Ketchmark, you're number 11. And Kathy Dolly Nagari, you're number 12. And Vicky Rodriguez, you're 13. Linda Grady is 14. And Carmen Sanders, you are number 15. And Cindy Ettringer, you are 16. Lynn Beasley, 17. Cindy Runtree, you're 18. And that would end all the people who placed orders. So let's do a random number generator. Susan Ray Hendricks, yes, you can get this PDF. So I'll let you guys in if you don't know this. Whenever I do a 3-card class, which is basically the monthly class and Let's Just Stamp, I don't put them out in my online store. It's extra work to create the links for the products, and it's just extra. So I generally don't put them out there, but there is a PDF, and it is for sale, and it is $10. And if you want to pay via my website, you could pick, no, I don't have it set up on my website. So Susan, it would work great. Some people send me checks. Some people send me money electronically, but it would be available. And you know what? I don't even know if it is $10. It might be less than that because it's 3 cards. So I'll look back. If you want to shoot me an email, Susan, I feel like the 4 cards are $10, and then when I do a 3 card, it's actually like $8. So I'll go back and double check. But I don't upload them into my system because it's extra work, and I gotta not always have extra work. I'll be honest with you. Oh, Maria Gilbertson, you love the cards. I am so happy to hear that. Melanie says she loves polished pink, but if I clear emboss over, the color changes and my blends are off as well. Very kind of fluorescent. Yes, the polished pink does do that. All right, so we're gonna flip this down, you guys, and we are going to go to random number generator. And I believe we said it was 18. So let's go here. We'll put 18 in here and hit the word generate. And number 15 is Carmen Sanders. Woohoo, Carmen. I got you down for a door prize. Yay, I love it. All right. So we did good, you guys. We had a few hiccups with some paper, but nothing that we can't fix. Because if you guys remember what Naughty Nancy says, she says it's only paper, okay? They make more of it every day. And I always make right by what is incorrect. And so if you guys can make it on your own with getting the rich raspberry strip, or if you can get your 2x2s, great. If you can't, I'm always here to help you make it right? It's never my intention to not put something in a kit, but it happens. And I can't say that it's not gonna ever happen again, but because we kitted up, I think 3 card classes plus 1,000 Winter Creative Escape cards all in like a 2-day period of time, you guys. It's bound to happen. So I appreciate you guys being so easygoing about it as well, because you know I am human and you're human and we all work together and we get the job done, right? So it's all good. So congratulations to Carmen Sanders. You're watching, Carmen. Yay. Oh, Marilyn, yes. Email me for the extra kit. Perfect. Yes. And Marilyn, I'll also include the PDF for you because that always comes with my card classes. Whenever you guys do an online class with me, you automatically get the PDF emailed to you, usually within the week before the class. So a day, 2, 3, 4, up to 7 days in advance. So it just depends on how efficient I am with writing tutorials. You guys, I wrote probably tutorials for 20 cards last week between Tuesday and Friday, and I was over it. I'm really done with tutorials for a little while. So it was the Country Floral, Let's Just Stamp, the monthly class for the Winter Creative Escape, and then we had to get out Rose's tutorial, and it was just like, whoa. So, all right. No, Carmen, you didn't mess up anything at all. Carmen, nothing. So Carmen, you guys, if you remember last week, she was here helping me cut paper. Carmen, it was nothing of the stuff that you helped me with. Nothing at all. It was I missed putting a raspberry piece in a kit, and that actually could have been my helpers too. And you guys, we're all human, so they do their best. And you can't. My mom says, "Well, you can fire me," and I'm like, "No, Mom, you can't fire somebody that you don't." My mom doesn't take money from me for helping me, right? And like Diane never has asked for like anything either, so I have free help, right? So you can't like. You just work with it, right? So like, I'm never going to fire my mom. Are you kidding me? So Carmen, you're never fired either. So you're always welcome back to help me anytime. So yes. All right, you guys. I don't know. Just don't forget about Rose's class tomorrow at 1:30. I will be sending a reminder in the morning that says, don't forget, catch Rose Coleman live at 1:30 Central, and a link to her YouTube page. You guys, it's in her YouTube page that you are going to be able to watch her class. And then on Wednesday, we're going to do a showcase video. I should say. I'm going to do a showcase video with what's coming up that I have done for February. And then on Wednesday night, you guys, we have the Country Floral class. So yay, lots of stuff. Yeah. And then I have to be at the airport at 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. So, oh yes, you're right, Lynn. We always make do. Yep. We always do. We always make do. Just like Naughty Nancy said, it's just paper. There's other things that could be worse. And my mom always says to me, did anybody get hurt? No. Did anybody die? No. Is there blood? No. And then it's like, okay, well then work with it and go with it and you're okay. So, all right, you guys, I'm glad you had a great class, Randy. That's awesome. I hope all of you guys had a good class. And again, I'll be watching for a PDF update once I have the link added and then the little description added, and I'll call out that some people might be missing the 2x2 in case you don't watch the video. It'll be in the email as well. So we did good, you guys. It's only 2:30. Whoop, whoop. We, an hour and a half for a class. Yay. I love it. All right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. We will see you again later when the time comes up. I did add everybody to the sale-a-bration board back here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more spots on the board before I do the next drawing. So it'll either probably be Wednesday night would be my guess, or Wednesday during my showcase. I guess it just depends. But we'll probably end up filling that board before I leave for Florida, which would be awesome. So, all right, lots of love. Love you long time. Bye, guys. I'm going to count to 5, and then I'm going to end it just in case it cuts out early. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bye. Oh, Jean Maxwell, I did the drawing for the door prize. I don't know if I need to do another drawing. So